desk.
Yeah.
We got the desk from somewhere in Brantford. Stevie picked it up for me.
Yeah.
Got the mic from
Amazon?
From somewhere in the States. I had to get it delivered to the States. Yeah.
Did you have to pick it up? Who did you get to pick it up?
My brother's buddy lives over there, so I got it delivered there and he brought it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Let's get some what? We're going to go with the gastric?
Wow. I mean, we got to have a whiskey if you got me here.
Whiskey!
Fuck.
Okay.
I don't know if I want any intestinal gin here.
Well, we've got...
Okay.
I think that's...
Are you starting up the podcast? You should just fire it up and get going.
Well, maybe it is rolling.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we are? All right. I didn't know. What's up?
What's up? I mean, we've got...
This guy looks pretty crazy. Let's save that one for
That's
another
Drake.
time.
Drake is good. It's open already.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah. Oh, we've got that.
Or we got a Kentucky bourbon. Woodford. I like the Woodford.
Woodford?
Woodford starts with a W.
It's kind of like Whisky Run.
It's like Whisky Run. Yeah.
Let's make some Japanese.
Here we go. There we go. Start her off.
Is that a good one?
That looked like a good one. I'm not gonna say no.
I do have appointments after this today, but we'll just
we'll keep it tight.
yeah, we'll nice and tight.
One never hurt anybody.
Salute.
Salud.
Thanks for coming on out, broski.
Yeah, this is great.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's good.
I've been wanting to do this for a while. I like it. I'm going to come out at you with the question right off the hop.
Right off the hop.
Right off the hop.
Jesus, I thought I'd ease into it for me, you know? Don't try to marry me right away.
I mean, I think we'll start with...
Yeah.
Where are we going to start? How do you want to start this?
Well, first of all, I fucking... Oh, am I allowed to swear?
You can say whatever you want. You can say shit, fuck, whatever.
Or else there's going to be a lot of beeps in there.
Well, I don't know. I'm planning on having it unedited,
uncut.
Just uncut,
straight up.
I tend not to swear in any of my stuff. Very rarely.
Yeah.
I mean,
but your guest might swear.
If my guest swears, I might follow up with the swear. Maybe I'll swear. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna try and keep it as casual as possible. I mean, I don't know. Well, you can swear whatever you want. You say whatever. Start. Yeah, we have a drink. I mean,
that's nice.
It is nice.
That is nice. Oh, I love it. Yeah, no, I love podcasts, so this is fantastic.
Is this your first
time?
My
first time.
Yeah?
New guy to
I like
podcast,
it.
So the long form conversations, I dig them. I listen to a lot of them.
I'm going to start with something, and then we'll circle around however we do this.
All right, let's see.
I don't even know I don't know how this works. I've done 3 podcasts so far where I was guest.
Yeah.
This is my first time putting one together.
Yeah.
But I'll start with a fun question.
All right.
Because I don't know people listen. I don't know who's going to listen.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's going to listen. Maybe we'll just listen. But I don't know if anybody knows who I am or they know who you are.
Who knows?
But a fun question, I think.
Yeah.
Is what was it like to be born onto a golf course?
Born onto one? No.
Yeah, were you born on there?
Well, I wasn't literally.
Oh, okay.
Like, I didn't fire out there on the 9th green, you know?
That would have been a good story, though.
Yeah. So, the golf course. Whisky Run Golf Club. Niagara's friendliest
golf course. Nice plug. I like that. You guys are, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Located on Lorraine Road in Port Colborne.
Located on Lorraine in
Let's
Port Colborne.
Sure,
WhiskyRun.com. You know?
I love
Check it out. Check it out.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, yeah, so...
What's that like? I was born on a farm. You're born on a golf course. I mean...
Yeah.
Wide open fields, but what's that like?
Yeah, it was... it was great. Born into a Dutch family. Well, part Dutch. My father came over from Holland when he was...
Wow, I didn't even know that.
I want to say 10, 11?
It's amazing. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
we've only been friends for 100 years.
That's
didn't
it.
even know that. Okay.
You didn't even know that, eh?
No,
Oh,
no.
sure.
I like that.
Yeah, he came over and he was 10 or 11. Yeah. They lived in Niagara on the Lake. He was there most of the time, and then they moved to Wellandport.
Oh, nice. Fleeter.
Yeah.
Nice. That's why I think I like your dad.
Yeah, he was on the farms too. He's a farming guy.
Nice.
Chicken farms for forever. And then
when did the golf course there?
Golf course started In 89.
89,
so I would have been 6 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you were not
I wasn't
born on the golf course.
Was not born. I was not. I did not get to...
So you were... So then where were you before that?
Well, we were there. We had the property. We had my parents built the house there. So we bought all that property.
Before
built the house.
When did he... When?
So that would have been... I think I was 1. So I was born in 83. So it was 84, 85-ish. And yeah, they bought the property.
So are you originally a fleeter? Is this what you're telling me?
Well, Welland Port. Is that
that's
fleet?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Salut.
Cheers
to the fleet.
I never thought that if I did one of these, it'd be a booze one, but this is why I have it here.
Well, yeah, you got me on Whisky Run Golf Club, so you gotta.
I guess people listening, if people listen, they might not know that we're drinking whiskey.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, people don't see what we see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little lineup of boozes here. Luke picked.
That's the Woodford Reserve.
Yeah, Woodford Reserve. Tastes good.
A little bourbon. I do like the bourbons.
Yeah, bourbon's
They're
nice.
Yeah, as
when
opposed
it's on
to
the rocks.
Yeah,
because I don't have any mix, so we do it like gentlemen here.
That's right. It's a gentleman's podcast.
Gentleman's podcast today. I don't know why I'm here, but okay. So
yeah. So what? I was in. We were
born in Fleet.
Born in Welland. Yeah, born in Welland officially, but lived in Fleet because Fleet doesn't have a hospital or us.
Right.
I guess
just the barn.
Could have just used the barn.
Yeah.
But
so then they bought the land 84, 85-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Not originally intending to build a golf course.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah, he just bought the land.
Just to have the land.
So he can build a house and...
That was a building lot.
Yeah.
It's a big-ass building lot.
Yeah.
That's like at least
100
acres.
100 acres, yeah.
Holy.
Something like that.
Yeah. So it wasn't a golf course when he bought it?
No. It was just forest, open spaces, right? Then he walked it. He said the one day he walked it and he's like, this would be a great spot for a golf course. Kind of drew it up and went through the process, and then 89 fired it up. All while, I think, what did he have, like three jobs?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he worked at the poultry plant. He ran a catching crew, which is like the guys who go in there and actually grab the chickens and throw them in.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. And
no problem.
He had those, so he's a manager at the plant. He had his own side business there and was starting up the golf course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lou's a trooper. Super
trooper. Yeah. That's my dad's name, Lou, by the way, in case nobody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then 89, started her up. I was 6, 7 years old. I remember being 7 when I first, I had to work.
I did not know you then.
No.
We didn't meet till high school, and you started working.
Yeah.
So you're like me, working right from the get-go, family biz.
Yeah. Yeah, right away.
So what did they have you doing?
I fill divots and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Take the sand in the seed and drop them in all the divots that everybody was making on the course. Yeah. I used to hate it. Had to get up so early.
I bet.
And I'm not an early morning person.
No, that's something we have in common.
Yeah. Yeah. Although it's slightly changing now. I'm getting up earlier and earlier now. But at the time I did not, even it was 7 a.m. get started. It was like
7 years old, 7 a.m. divot repair. Get out there and fix the divot.
That's it, man. Take care of the course.
Bro, I didn't even know this. This is fun. You see, okay, I gotta say something.
Yeah.
Been playing around. Obviously, we both make some marketing, content creation happenings. And I've been toying around with this idea for a little bit.
I love it.
Who better to practice this with? I don't know. I have no idea if this is going to work. This is a brand new setup.
Yeah.
First time having
somebody. Could be a botch job.
Yes. But when I started in real estate, one of the things that I read and thought about, I don't know if I read it in a book, an article, or what, but it said when you get into something like real estate, that it's good to once a month have lunch with somebody that you don't even know. And you try to find somebody, I think I was probably reading a business book or something, it's like find a business owner or something, try and get them out for lunch and just see what's going on with them.
Yeah.
So that never happened. I've been in business like 6 years. Podcasting's a cool thing.
Awesome.
So I'm like, freak.
Nice.
Let's
fudging egg.
fudge. Let's fire up a podcast and like, look, we're best buds. We get together almost never because we're slackers.
Yeah.
We talk, but we don't. So this is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some RL happening right now.
I know, it's great. No, I love the whole concept, and I enjoy listening to them, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
You sent me the Rich Roll podcast to listen about 800 times, and
I think I sent you the same episode about 5,000 times. You still haven't listened to it?
Not yet. And I haven't even listened to a lot of podcasts just because I have this setup. And it's kind of cool. Last night, I listened to some of the Joe Rogan, Kevin Hart podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And do you ever listen to him?
Yeah. Joe Rogan podcast. It's good stuff.
He's a popular guy. I didn't...
A little bit. A couple people know him.
I don't know. I'm not very good with following with things. I knew he did like UFC, but
yeah.
The first time I heard his was when he had Elon Musk on, and I listened to that because I think Elon's like fantastic. But
yeah, he's out there for sure. Yeah. Yeah, because the big thing with that one was that he smoked weed on it, right? And he took a lot of flack for that.
Really? Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't listened to it, but I've seen it popping up everywhere. People.
I mean, I don't do that, but I mean, I'm sure I've got some somewhere if you...
No. The whiskey is where it's at. Here,
okay, gotcha,
we'll stick with that. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is the first podcast. Maybe, 100 podcasts. The 100th one, we can do something. Yeah.
I like it. So, what else?
I didn't know you were going to be videoing this, by the way.
Oh.
Sitting, for the people that can see.
Yeah, we've got a camera. Camera's there. One camera.
Yeah.
Is it going to work? I have no idea. Is everything working? I'm not sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't clean myself up yet.
Don't worry.
This is my bad side. I like my left side to be to the camera. I've got my right side of the camera. It's
for the 8 people that watch this, don't worry about it.
Well, he's got to look
maybe
like
your mom,
still.
maybe my mom. It's all good. So what else? I didn't even plan questions. I don't know.
That's great.
Yeah, we just shoot shit like normal.
Yeah.
The course is open now. Go ahead. What do you got?
No, yeah. Course is open.
Yes.
Course is open.
It's been a little bit of a wet spring.
Yeah. Really wet.
Yeah.
Soaked out there. It's not too bad. Of course, our course train's pretty good, so we can be open. Yeah, there's sand and rock. Some clay areas which you can tell by where the water pools, but a lot of rock and a lot of sand towards where the lake is.
So it's playable already.
Oh yeah, we've been playing for weeks.
Yeah, Robin went out the other day and she said she couldn't believe how dry it was. I think she even took a cart out and she was shocked. Yeah, it's wild.
Where a lot of places are closed, right? So nope, can't play out here. Blah blah blah.
You guys are open.
We're let's go.
I don't know when we're putting this out, but if you're hearing it and it's just go play golf right now at whiskyrun.com.
Whenever it is. Whenever. December? We played in December. We played in January. We played in February. Actually, up until last year, this past year, I think it was, we've at least had one guy who's playing 38 months straight.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, at least once a month.
It was a cold, long winter.
But this year, this winter kind of...
Did he still play?
No. He missed one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, because February was a mess, I think. I think he got in January.
Who is this gentleman?
Gord is his name.
Yeah, and he's a member, clearly.
Yeah, he's a
trooper.
He was on a mission. He was on a mission, literally. He'd be calling up, "Hey, can I get out there? Can I get out there?" Gord, there's 6 inches of snow out there, man. Just maybe tomorrow.
And he would still want to play.
Yeah.
That's a trooper.
Yeah. No, it's good.
And you got the night golf. Are you going to do that this year?
The night golf. Yeah, I hope so. We did it, did it twice last year?
I played it twice in the last recent memories. I don't know if it was last year or what. Yeah, I think we did it once last year for sure.
The night golf,
I love
glow balls. And,
yeah,
that's fun.
I like it.
Yeah.
I know it's not the normal routine, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Why I enjoy it? Because I can get out there at nighttime.
Yeah. You're a busy guy during the day,
Yeah, I'm busy drinking whiskey doing
doing podcasts and
yeah, shooting shit.
Yeah, you got to turn your phone off for this, eh? Because you're usually on your phone all the time.
Yeah, I just put it on silent. I think that's a good idea so that we can get through this uninterrupted. We have a missed call and a text.
You've already got a missed call and a text. We just started.
That's okay. I don't even know how long this is going to run. How long is a podcast?
However long you want it to be. I've seen them like 15, 20 minutes to 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. Okay, that's definitely not going to be that long, but that's fine.
Oh, man.
So I don't even know how to do this, but I'm...
What about you? What about...
Oh, look at you. Turn it
Yeah.
Turn it around.
Yeah, let's learn a little bit about Joe.
Yeah.
You grew up on a farm?
Yes.
Yeah? From the get-go. Were you birthed on a farm?
No, I was born in St. Joseph Hospital in Hamilton. Yes.
So you're a city guy.
City slick. Well, I was born there, but I came right home to Wainfleet. Lived farm, and I was working. Talking about working, I was working before I could walk. I was sitting on my mom's lap planting whatever produce plants. I remember.
Yeah.
One of my first memories is
like
working.
putting the seeds in the ground, like
the plant links. So there's a tractor pulling a planter.
Yeah.
People sit on it.
Yeah.
And then you put plants into a thing that feeds them into the ground.
Like on a conveyor belt, just rips them in there?
It's kind of like a hand that grabs the plant with the roots down, pulls it down, and you just got to keep putting them in as it rotates down. I remember
How old were you?
I wasn't walking, so...
Wow!
Yeah. I
Not
don't
a
think
boy.
I was walking yet, so that's...
Good farm kid.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but yeah. Yeah, grew up farm life, yeah.
Yeah. And where did that take you to? Were you always working on the farm? Like
Look at you,
like your whole... What?
I love it. Yeah, like farm. I farmed it, then like going to school. Farming happens obviously like golf in the summer months. Yeah, seasonal.
For us Canadians.
Yeah. So summers were spent working. And I got playtime too, but there was always work. Mm-hmm. And then went to high school, toned it down a little bit, but still had it happenings.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think that's, you know me, but I think that's where I learned some of my work ethic. Even though when I went to university, it took me 10 years to do an undergrad because I took my sweet time. A little bit of slacking, but now in real estate, I feel like the farm work ethic has come back into play because it's just giver.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the weather's good, you give her.
That's
so
it.
The weather's always good in real estate, so you always give her.
There you go.
Yeah.
Even when the weather's not good, you still got to go.
Got to give her.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So when you finished university, did you get right into real estate?
Look at you. I love it.
Did you?
As if
it's
you
a combo,
don't know.
you know?
As if you don't know, but I like it. After university, I was playing poker for a while. Mm-hmm. And making some monies doing that.
Love the poker.
Yes. And did an HR undergrad at Niagara College, which was a sweet program.
Yeah.
And I started doing internships doing that, but that was definitely not...
What kind of internships? Like you'd go to an HR firm, or did you go to a business and work in their HR department?
Yeah, so the first one was at Brain Injury Community. Was it the first one? No, I did two. Brain Injury Community Reentry in St. Catharines. So they handle, like they have patients that have sustained brain injuries or that thing, but it's a not-for-profit organization. So,
and you were in their HR department?
Yeah.
Not getting paid?
No
Intern
paid.
style.
Intern style.
Nice.
Which I think is actually, I remember like in schooling being like an unpaid internship like sucks because you're not getting paid. But now if I ever went back, I think I'd be focusing more on trying to find unpaid work instead of paid. Because I learned more there.
Well, you learn how to add value, right? As opposed to just expecting a pay.
Yeah, which is key for business. I think more kids and people should be looking to do that than looking for jobs. I mean, if you know a field you want to work in, just get in there working for free for a bit.
Yeah.
And if you're good, somebody will find a way to pay you.
That's right.
That's what I think.
I think you're bang on there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you have a job and you're looking to get into something else, right? Just find somebody who's into it. Go do some stuff for them for free.
Whatever you can do.
And see if you can squeeze your way in, right?
Exactly. Something will come up. If you're good. Yeah. If you're good, you'll find stuff.
Yeah, if you're adding value, you're...
Exactly. Value.
They'll pick you up.
Exactly. I know. And that was something, I guess, if I could listen to this 20 years ago, that would have been something I would tell myself is just go work wherever you can for free and make it happening, but treat it like you're getting paid.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Japanese.
Japanese. This Woodford Reserve is delicious.
I love it. Now, you just went to this marketing thing. So what was this? And I wanted to hear whatever you can tell me. I was following along on your stories, but
did you like the stories? The stories.
We're doing stories now.
Instagram stories.
I love it. And you are putting them over to Facebook too.
Yeah.
Yeah, double. Good.
Yeah, I send them over to the books.
Mm-hmm.
It's
both on personal.
Just personal, yeah.
Same,
not on brand, not on the golf course or anything yet.
Yeah.
So I had a 2-day marketing workshop in Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Niagara-on-the-Lake
at they had it at the Hilton Garden Inn right by like White Oaks. Okay. So we were just in like one of those meeting rooms down below. Or
2-day conference.
It was a 2-dayer. Yeah.
Speakers.
Yeah, there's the guy who ran it has this. It was like a sub of like a brand, right? So, and it's funny because the brand is called Story Brand. And that's like their...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I was making Instagram stories for the
Story
Brand.
Story
Brand. Lots of stories going on. Not Instagram stories.
No, but they were telling stories.
But their whole framework is around stories, which was very cool actually. It was unique for me to kind of hear. Like I think I intuitively knew these things, but never really placed it into kind of a visual framework, which these guys did, which was... I liked it. I liked it, man. Because I go into it and I'm just like, I've been to these fucking marketing workshops.
I know, and they're
some of them are so cheese.
And this one was actually decent.
It was good, yeah. It was good.
So let me get the format before you tell me. 2 days. So it was Friday, Saturday?
It was Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday. So it was speakers all day, or was there like vendors?
It was basically one guy presenting. Talking about certain aspects, going through, showing some video. We sat at round tables of 5-6 people.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be like talk about a concept, work on it. They had a couple people who were helping, who would come over, talk to you about like how you're kind of doing it, what kind of wording you're using, and how you're structuring things. And if you're having problems, they'll give you suggestions and kind of rework things. And then you kind of like... They do the Seth Godin thing, if you're familiar with him. Mm-mm. Right? Is it Seth Godin? Yeah, it's the marketing guy. I haven't really read any of his stuff, but this is what they talked about. I know he's super popular in terms of like teaching the marketing. Okay. He said they talk about you got to ship it, right? Just
ship it.
Do this part. Write it out. If you're not happy, doesn't matter. Just ship it, put it over. Well, somebody will look at it, make notes, and then give it back to you. Right. So we did this. I'll talk a little bit about it. I mean, like, because you probably have no idea what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah. So let's start like this. Day 1, Thursday.
Yeah.
You get to whatever you said, Niagara-on-the-Lake. Mm-hmm. So you walk in, and everybody's sitting at round tables.
Yeah.
And he's on a stage.
No, it's just it's basically like a partitioned
room.
Yeah, a room like where they have probably weddings and stuff. Yeah. So the big round tables, and he's got it up front.
He wasn't even on a stage.
Nope.
Ground level.
We had like 40 or so.
Okay, so people. Small venue.
Yeah.
And he opens it up with.
Yeah, he just basically opens it up with like.
Because I have no idea what Story Brand or whatever this. I have no.
I didn't either, and I was going to kind of research them and get into it. But I decided not to because I'm like, I don't want to have any preconceived kind of... Because if I already assume this is going to suck, like, that's not good,
right?
You
want to read some bad reviews or whatever.
Yeah, so I just went to it, and apparently it's a big thing. I didn't know. Bigger in the States than it is in Canada.
Gotcha.
But these guys go around and do workshops, mostly in Nashville. I guess, and people pay like $3,000 for a
sweet.
couple days, and yeah, so this guy gets right into it, basically, just like saying like this.
And he's the owner of the company?
No, he's basically like a partner.
Okay.
Right. The owner guy, his name's Don something, whatever.
So this, whatever. Yeah, we're not plugging him. WhiskyRun.com.
WhiskyRun.com, Niagara's friendliest golf course.
Time for a quick advertisement. Love it. Okay, so he just gets right into it, and he's what's like.
So this is cool, though.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoy. Even the intro was great because it was like you have to look at things in terms of like there's a framework that's involved with, and I'll probably use this word way too much. So if I do, just tell me to stop. Framework. Because that's part of it. But where it's like...
Hold the thought.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I learned from my first podcast.
What?
And we'll go back, I'm sure, when we listen. Right. Something I say a bajillion times, like a bajillion people.
You know?
You know.
I know. You know. I already said it like 7-8 times. Easy.
The thing is another thing that gets said a ton. I used to say it lots. This is funny. Are you holding your thought where you were?
Yeah, I'm good.
We do a lot of video marketing.
Yeah.
After listening to myself on podcasts, I learn more of what I say. Because when I don't even watch all my videos, to be honest, because I'm pumping them out there.
Yeah.
But when I watch them, some things are going on I don't even hear, and I think anybody might be like this, every word said. Yeah. But on a podcast, when there's no video, even though there's a camera there, it's not going to be on all the platforms. So when you listen to yourself, that's all there is the audio.
Just
nothing
the
else.
Audio.
So then I started hearing how many times I say I think the first one I did, I said it about 1,800 times in an hour. I can't believe it.
Yes.
And then the thing is, these are things that are not needed in conversation, but they're there. But anyway...
But, I mean...
Framework's not too bad of a one. If you say framework, that's not...
Yeah, but if I say it's too many times, it sounds just...
I'll let you know.
Pre-contrived and kind of dumb. But... so like I'm just reading off the script.
The framework.
But so, like, we're... The thing is,
the framework is good.
So... Most stories... If you go back, and this is what they talk about, if you go back like thousands of years, stories have a succession of happenings, if you will.
I like this. This is a good story already.
Where you have a main character, the hero.
Okay.
They run into a problem. They have something, whatever, internal philosophical things that happen. They end up meeting a guide.
Right.
That guide brings them to a plan. That plan enables them to succeed or fail or presents these options, and ultimately they have like this one goal. Like, so you can... They made a comparison that was really cool because it was like the Star Wars series, right? Or the Star Wars one where Luke Skywalker, needs to take down the Death Star, right? And he meets, he ends up like going through, he has this problem, blah, blah, blah. He meets Yoda or Obi-Wan, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
They help him, they provide him with a way to basically learn the Force so that they can defeat blow up the Death Star and the rebellion can succeed. Or if he doesn't succeed, there's this really negative consequence that, obviously... Death Star survives.
This is a framework.
Rebellion gets destroyed.
Yeah.
And he also compared that to, it's the same exact thing that happens in the movie Tommy Boy. Like, you've seen Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley, great.
Right?
Hilarious.
Yeah, so like, in terms of, there's Chris Farley, he ends up going through these problems, has to meet somebody who helps him out, right? Who provides this guide. Some would say
this is the Break Factory family business, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Tommy Boy.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a while.
You can see the villain. Like, the villain in Star Wars is Darth Vader. In Tommy Boy, it's Rob Lowe.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they go through these same steps, and you can run this through like 90+% of when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, these always happen, and this is what people relate to, right? If you want to deliver, there's nothing that holds people's attention more than movies. Like, nobody sits, like, even like nobody sits there and is tuned in
Engaged.
for 90 plus minutes than a movie, good movie, a good story, you can relate it to a good book, something that holds you and goes through these kind of steps.
Right.
And so that was the initial part of this workshop, and I was like,
this is good.
I am intrigued. Let's go down the rabbit hole here.
Yeah.
So, and we basically went through each of these steps, and everybody did their own thing for their own business, right? But the critical part.
What do you mean did their own thing?
Like, so
like
everybody.
Tell a story
yeah. And so that's another good point, which is something that you could probably appreciate. And
yes.
Like the hero.
How come I didn't get invited to this marketing thing?
Yeah, I know. Hey,
okay.
This was like last minute thing for me too.
Okay,
I wasn't even sure. But, anyways. I'll send out the invite to you next time.
Yeah.
All right?
But this is good. We get a recap. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you go through that story and that framework.
Yeah. No, but this is legit term for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like when you think about a business or like yourself, like where are you along that framework?
The story.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What part of the story?
Yeah. Who are you?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
See, I'll tell you how it relates to me, and I think we've talked about this. When I started doing the Must See Mondays, it took a lot of practice to build in my mind and what you call the framework. I was calling it a template, so that I would just be able to understand when I go do a Must See Monday.
Yeah. For the people who don't know the Must See Mondays, what are the Must See Mondays?
Must See Mondays is a show.
Yeah, it's like
a show. It's an online show. It's
a web series.
Web series. Yeah, we've got 3 seasons. It's I'm the host where I go to local businesses and feature them in mostly Niagara, and just tell them what they're about. But I guess the way I was building, and like I was calling it a template instead of framework, was because when I started. We both been changing our framework of marketing.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to use that term all.
It's going to be littered in this podcast. We should have a counter how many times we say framework.
Wow!
Put up the counter on the video.
If anybody does that, that'd be amazing. But when I was starting, I didn't know what I was doing, how it was working, and as moving forward was building the template or framework on this. We have an intro. I go into the business, I eat a bunch of foods, and an outro. So simple, but when you're building from zero, you're building the foundation, the template, the framework. Yeah. So I get it, but now,
what jacket off here?
Yeah, stay a while.
Stay a while.
Yeah.
This one's going to turn into the 3-hour podcast.
I like it. I wish. I've got till 3:30. We got at least an hour.
Oh,
at least. We can talk forever.
Let's do it.
You need
I'm going to need a little more, too.
You want a little top up there?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, might as well.
Love it.
For the people just listening, a little more of the Woodford.
Yeah. I don't know where this booze came from.
You don't know where it came from?
No, I have no idea. This is like
Kentucky,
my whole...
I think.
Well, that, and I don't know how it got in my house. So Kentucky and, like... Yeah, this one I got from Mexico. I don't know if we'll have that later. Tequila.
What is it? It's a Don Julio.
Julio. This was included in
That's
our
nice.
That was free. My brother hooked this up with the Cavassier.
Oh,
Congrats, Robin and Joseph.
Even personalized.
Yeah, personalized Cavassier.
Nice.
Some Newfoundland Screech, because I love Newfoundland.
Gotta have that.
This is my favorite gin to date so far, Tanqueray 10.
Yeah.
I haven't tried this yet. I'm guessing my brother gave me this one.
Yeah.
This
gastronomic gin.
Gastronomic.
Gastrointestinal.
This one, since we're drinking, we should have it next.
Yeah?
That's from, I believe it's from, like, Azores. Not just Portugal, but Azores. And it's passion fruit.
The homeland.
Yeah, where my mom's from. Passion fruit. This is actually a really nice liqueur. Let's not get wasted because we've got lives after this, but I definitely want to try that. And yeah, Robin's good friend Jenna, her boyfriend, gave us that bottle. I believe that's Drake's, some kind of booze. It's really good too.
Drake, like the performer?
Drake,
He's got his own whiskey?
He's got his own whiskey.
Nice.
Where were we before that?
You were talking about Must See Mondays and like
the framework.
Yeah.
Ding. Yeah, so it took time to develop that, so I get it. And then I think we were talking about how with the burger reviews that I'm doing now, how even though it's so easy and simple, I still had to kind of, and I think we have the framework down now. It's basically just walk out of the joint and talk about it. But still, building a framework is key because when I first started either of them, just like this, I don't even know the freaking framework to a podcast. It's not like I don't even have like experience listening to them and here. But I don't know. You just give her. I don't know. You said you ship it.
You ship it. You figure it out as you go, kind of thing. There's a when you talk about like templates and stuff like that. There's a guy who I listen to actually from the guys I used to build my website. It's called Thrive Themes, and the guy's name's Shane.
Yeah,
and he does some talk about like actually like video courses and online courses, stuff like that, whatever. But what I love is like the way he kind of speaks about or teaches, I guess, communication in like videos or audio. It's a bento box style.
What's that mean?
Yeah. It's like a Japanese lunch, right? Okay. Japanese lunch has all these. It'd be easier to explain with a picture, but it's like it's like basically little,
I don't know what you're telling me.
Shit.
So this is a good framework for just speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll make more aware of.
That's right. Okay, so you have these boxes basically. You have a main lunch box, right? You got a lunch. You can see like one of those, say a plate at like you go to like a food hall, whatever food hall. Is that
That's
the word?
A thing.
Is that a thing?
Know.
You know what? Like the malls, food courts.
Yeah,
that's it.
I knew what
food
you
hall,
meant.
same thing.
Yeah,
right. But you get one of those plates, you put them down, and inside of it you have a bowl of this or a rectangle, whatever, and it all fits within this,
like a TV dinner style kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of.
Ish. Yeah. Bento
Except
box.
it's cooler because it's Japanese.
Yeah, way cooler. Their food's awesome.
And so you have points that you want to talk about. So you have points or ideas in each of them, and you start the point. You finish it, you get away from it. You start the next one. You don't necessarily have a script or anything to talk through, like reading off paper, but here's the idea. Let's go through it. Let's finish it. Move to the next one. Boom. So it's just like eating.
I like that.
You eat it. You finish. You move along.
I like that.
Yeah. When I
just
heard
a couple
him,
points. Bento box.
Bento box. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
He's got some videos on it. You should look it up.
I'll
check
it out.
Right
through the checkout. Can I buy it too? Can I
buy a bento box?
Bento box through the checkout feature?
You probably can, but yeah. But
so
that's
this web guy. That's how he broke down how to have a website. Was through bento box approach.
No, that was more so through. More so through teaching, teaching and having like when you're speaking, just like you're doing, like so when you're building out templates. It's the same thing as your like intro. Yeah. You're like, I eat stuff, I talk about it, and then I outro.
Yeah.
And you maybe have one or two things you wanna say to start and end each of those parts, but in between you kind of just go with it.
Right.
And so as you do that more and more, obviously you get better. So like that brings me into something else.
Yes.
We'll cycle back to what we were talking about initially, but have you? I was thinking about this on the way over.
Yes.
And like dealing with speaking to like groups of people and nervous, like being nervous. Have you ever like what are your like even doing videos and like initially doing videos and like and how do you deal with it? How do you kind of or give me an example where
I'll tell you different
where you've been like super nervous where you've botched it and then maybe you've gone and now you're good with it.
Well, okay, so I'll talk a little bit about all this because the videos and everything, it's really interesting because when you boil it down, Robin does most of the filming. My wife, who I spend most of my free time with. Mm-hmm. But you throw on a camera and now it changes the whole dynamic. It's only me and her, but we've got a camera with potentially dozens, hundreds, thousands of people watching. Mm-hmm. But it's a loaded question you asked me here.
Yeah. It's very not compartmentalized.
I'll start from the beginning, and this will help too. You've known me a long time, and I think you know me as a social person, but I've never, even though I like talking to people, I've never, I don't know, this is how I feel anyway. I'm never somewhere trying to be a center of attention.
Yeah.
Like we went to high school with some people, everybody knows people likes attention.
Yeah.
I like talking to everybody, but I've never been a public speaker ever.
Yeah.
Always was, never enjoyed doing speeches or anything.
Yeah. Well, nobody does, right? Isn't that like the number one thing that...
Big fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over spiders
Over
and death,
death?
and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Public
yeah.
speaking.
So, with doing video marketing, I don't know if you've seen it or not. My first, I think, 2 videos I wasn't even in. It was first person, Joe Vision.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even go in front of the camera.
Was that because you were scared of it, or had some sort of fear with it, or just because you're like, you know what, just to get going, this will be easier to start filming this way, and then we can.
No, it wasn't easier. Okay, so I first of all came up with the concept. Working with the company that I work with doing marketing, which you also splash around with.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how my marketing sucks. And 2 years ago, my marketing did suck. I knew a lot of people. I'm successful in the business, but my marketing sucks. I'm good at sales. I'm bad at marketing. Mm-hmm. So I have to start doing some marketing. So how do you do marketing?
And this was a company that you hired?
Yeah. So we had to start doing content creation. Mm-hmm. And there's, I guess now, but I always thought of it as 3 basic forms of content. Picture, words, video. And now audio. So let's say 4. But
now 4.
Yeah. And the company was saying video marketing is the best tool.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not interested. I didn't want to do video. I had no desire to do video whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm not looking for spotlight. No problem talking to a million people one-to-ones, but doing video, and we were talking about different concepts like Must See Monday and what we were splashing around different ideas. And I was having a hard time even just grasping marketing on a whole on personal branding, right? Mm-hmm. But when you talk about being nervous with video, the first video I wasn't in. It was 30 seconds long. Did it at Amigos. I walked from my car up the street, and I didn't even walk into the restaurant with my phone recording because I was too nervous to walk in recording Joe Vision. Right?
I get it. Yeah. Because
video content creation, and I still struggle with stuff because I am often pushing the boundaries of my comfort level because this is not something that's natural to me. Even, us talking is, but just the fact of knowing it's recording is a little bit odd.
Yeah.
Right?
It's weird. Do you think you're like changing the way you're talking a little bit by this thing?
By having it here?
Yeah.
Very little.
Yeah.
In the back of my mind, I feel like we have to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
For people listening, but if it was just us, we'd have
no want problem. Dead air. No dead air.
Yeah, but if it was just me and you, we tons of times we shoot shit till whenever we. So I'm not worried about that. But in the back of my mind, that I'm a little bit mindful, as always, with swearing because people that know inside Joe, I have a potty mouth.
Yeah.
But I try not to have that. I try not to offend people by doing that in my other stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But still, circling back to the most broad question I've had in a long time about being nervous.
Is it that broad though? It was just like, hey, have you been nervous?
I don't know, but I feel like
what have you kind of?
I'm always a little bit nervous.
Okay, all right.
So
maybe I should reframe that question.
It's because I have a long answer for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead. No, continue.
Yeah, it's okay. So with the first, is this? Are you intrigued by this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like with the first one. Like I said, I was first person. I was scared to go in the business recording. I was scared to. I didn't even put myself on. And I think the next video, again, I didn't even go in it. But we actually went into the restaurant and I was recording the food. But I was still too nervous to go on the camera or even know what to do. I didn't have the framework built.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing at all.
Yeah.
Everybody, I think it's really common that people would get nervous doing it. I was nervous doing it. I was even a little bit nervous before we started this today because I didn't know if it would work, what we would talk about, the framework. I like having the framework, but you just got to give her and build it. And then as the videos kind of develop, I remember the first time I took a bite of food on camera because I didn't even think that was gonna be good. Now I obviously don't.
You don't care,
at all.
Yeah, at first you're like conscious about how you're biting it.
Yeah, am I gonna bite it? Is it gonna fall? Whatever. So I've become, because in real life, I'm really comfortable with who I am.
Yeah,
and I don't really. It's not that I don't care what people think, but if somebody doesn't think positively of me, I don't care because I'm a good guy. So if somebody's going to hate on me, it's their loss. So that part was easy to get over with camera. But the one of the talking about being nervous was I was never nervous filming me and Robin. I was nervous kind of camera. But what makes it more nerve-wracking, which is kind of funny, we had success pretty early with getting thousands of views, right? Yeah. Which was pretty cool. So thousands of people are watching. And it didn't take me long to get over how I look on the camera or what. I don't give a shit, really. Right? Yeah. But what would get me nervous, and still to this day is uncomfortable, is filming knowing thousands of people are going to watch. Mm-hmm. But there could be one person watching in the restaurant that's making me nervous. Meanwhile, I know the camera's going to be thousands of people. Yeah. There's still times like that. Yeah. And doing the stories, I'm still growing with the stories as you are. Yeah, yeah.
It's an awkward kind of thing to start with.
It is awkward, but it is such a good tool. Like,
sure.
We're both doing, I think, a great job of building our personal branding and our content creation. Mm-hmm. And the only way I think we're going to keep doing good is by keep pushing ourselves. Yeah. Because if we fall content, first of all, I think we're ahead of the curve. But eventually the curve catches up. And if we're falling content with what we're doing, they'll catch up or pass us. So we always have to be doing better, always. Mm-hmm. So it's myself, I've become comfortable with stepping outside of the box, which I kind of think I've been kind of like that. My whole life, I've never really put myself in a box.
You don't draw inside the lines, eh?
No. What's that?
You don't draw inside the lines?
No.
No?
Is that a term? Is that like framework?
No, if you had a coloring book,
yeah,
you say maybe, this guy has wings. Even though there's not wings there.
Just give her.
It's like, you know what, I want him to have wings.
Yeah. So
they're like, Joe, why aren't you just putting the colors inside the lines? You're like, well, I wanted this guy to have wings.
Yeah, I just wanted to do it different. Yeah. Nice. So like with stories, I think that the stories and we talk about the stories we're doing. I've been picking on you with your stories.
Yeah, because they sucked at first. And we're getting a little bit better.
And even my stories were sucking, but we're building the framework and we're building how it works. And like here I have the selfie stick. I don't know if anybody can see it or not. Yeah. I'm not even a person in personal life that takes a lot of pictures. Like I've always been live in the moment and just enjoy it. Yeah. But now with marketing, you can't live in the moment and market it, really. No. So you got to take pictures, you got to take video. And this isn't who I am at the core. So I'm always a little bit, not always, because as get used to things, but it's not something I'd be used to. I've never been somebody for taking selfies or any of that. Personal life, Robin and I, we don't even take lots of pictures together because we're both moment livers.
Yeah, and you go to a lot of nice places too.
I do a lot of stuff. So, and I've just it's never been who I am. So, but it's part of the marketing game. You got to be documenting.
So it's like a bit of a paradigm shift for you, right?
It's
like to where it's like you don't have to, but I mean, if you want to improve, you want to get better, you do have to. So I mean, I guess you do have to.
Yeah,
and you're forced into it, and you're kind of forced to kind of overcome those hurdles a little bit.
Yeah, and it's funny because I talk to a lot of different people. People have recognized what I'm doing and the different marketing. There's other people doing it, but I'm really pushing it. Is it a humble brag to mention the Marketer of the Year award?
Throw them out there.
Did you even know that I got that?
Yeah, seen that. I seen you wore a pretty sweet suit for that. Actually, it's a nice reflective sort of. It had like a purplish. I don't know. It was great.
That sequence, yeah.
You were.
What sequence was? It's hilarious.
You were on fleek. Is that what the kids say?
Yeah, on point.
On
Making
point?
it happening, I think, is what they say.
Marketer of the year. Yeah, plug it. It's your podcast, man. You can plug whatever you want.
Yeah.
You want to plug whiskyrun.com? Go right ahead.
Whiskyrun.com. See, and even like that. At the core, humble. Don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But have to market getting a marketing award. That's a great spot. You can't miss that.
No, you can't miss that one.
Yeah.
You know?
But, so, am I nervous doing stuff? I'm always kind of nervous, but I'm always pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
How do I overcome it? You do it. I do it. I still think the stories I do, like I was saying, carrying around a selfie stick. I'm just starting to use it more and more, trying to capture spots. Part of the marketing and content creation. There's too many spots in trying to tell the stories. Like the Instagram, and I haven't even put one on Snapchat yet. I don't even know how that works, but that's a platform missing.
Yeah. I haven't dabbled in the Snapchats yet.
You get nervous doing stuff? You asked me a question that took an hour and a half, and we might have to go.
I love it.
Because you're doing video stuff. How are you overcoming it? Because I know it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's difficult.
You're more natural at it than I am. That's for sure.
I mean, it doesn't feel that way. You know, at least to me. Maybe it looks like that.
I've just known you a long time. You've been you handle that better.
Yeah. I've always liked it. I've always enjoyed doing especially when I was young. I always enjoyed doing impressions and stuff too. Right. So I'd always do that.
Right.
So my sister used to make fun of me because every comeback was like a Jim Carrey or Chris Farley line or whatever. Right. So their comeback to me would be like, okay, Chris Farley, okay. You know? So, but I always loved that because I always loved doing that stuff. So just because, I don't know why, because it was funny, right? It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
When you throw a camera on, it adds a different element to it,
right? The element
right?
is different.
And it can sort of change a little bit what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get nervous, man. I get nervous. I've had to give little presentations, short ones, even if they're a couple minutes, but in front of at least in the golf course area, we have an owners association that we have a conference every year, and the last couple of years I've presented, a couple minutes, but going into that, I'm like,
nervous.
Yeah.
Is that harder than filming a video?
It's harder than filming a video. Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's
maybe
live. Not
at first, because at first filming the video, I was like, oh, everything's got to be perfect, blah, whatever. And you get over that after a while, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe it's the same thing, and I haven't done enough of the public speaking to kind of have that feeling. But the 2 times in front of 400 plus people, right?
Wow.
All at the, high level in terms of our
golf course,
our industry.
Yeah.
So it's intimidating to say the least,
and I'm sure you killed it.
I did good, but that's because I didn't, we can wing things. I remember the hello.
Hey.
Hi,
hey, what's going on?
How much are you?
We're good.
Your car is in my way.
Oh, I gotta move the car. No, I can move it.
Oh, that's fine. I can move it too.
Here. Oh.
This is what happens when you have a home studio.
There, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I gotta go to the bathroom anyway, so.
Okay, you go move your car. Are you going to work?
Yes.
Bye, babe.
Bye.
So what happens when you're recording a podcast and your guest has to move their car and has to go to the bathroom? Do I keep talking? I think what I do is I check my massages real quick. This whiskey's actually not too bad. We're not ready. Wow. Christy, what's going on? We're not going to be ready. Oh no. Well, I think because we've got the photographer, he's actually coming down. It's a new guy that I'm trying, and he's coming down from like a couple hours away. He's already en route.
Well, is there any way to not take pictures of it outside?
I mean, we'll just have to try our best with. Let's see what we can do because he's en route. We'll make the best we can, and if it's terrible, we'll have to get him to come back. Yeah. Yeah, just do the best you can. I love it. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
I'll be by at about 3:30 anyway, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you soon. Bye. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Phone call.
You're recording. You get calls. You got
Gotta move cars.
cars.
I did that last time I was here. Actually, I parked right. I gotta move, not park behind her car.
The far one.
Gotta go
is
far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
far one's safe. Talking about your public speaking.
Oh, presenting. Yeah, that's where we were. Yeah, so like it wasn't. I think I did good. I mean, I asked people.
I'm
You
sure
get their
you did.
opinions, and they say, "Yeah, you did great," but like.
Are they just being nice?
Yeah, are they just being nice? I had a few people
know, if
I
I
didn't know say that I did good, which was good. I mean, at
And
the
you know,
time,
if I
like,
was there, I would tell it to you a real deal.
yeah, you would
How
not.
do you feel about my feedback? Is it harsh, good, or bad?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
Good.
it. Like,
Good.
I mean, like you have those feelings in the moment, like when somebody says something that's like, that's like, hey, what you just did just sucked.
Right.
Like that was, you're like, fuck you, man. And then like you get past that like first initial reaction, which doesn't last very long,
Yeah.
right? Or with me, anyways. Now it doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
you just kind of like, okay, this is not like just you being an asshole.
Yeah.
This is you giving constructive
Yeah.
criticism.
Yeah, which
it's
is
like
key.
it's not. You're not. And the thing is, you're not just saying, "Hey, that sucked." Later,
Yeah.
you're like, "Hey, that sucked. You should be doing more of this."
Yeah.
And that's like what else can you ask for if you're
Yeah.
like, like that? I would love for fucking that feedback all the time, right?
Yeah, I know. It's interesting too. It's same thing with my stuff.
Yeah.
Is getting the good feedback is key.
Yeah.
That's why I love when people. One of the things that I almost dreaded at first. I don't want to say dreaded, but I feared how much time is one of my favorite parts now is hearing people's good and bad feedback when I put out content.
Yeah.
I like hearing it and knowing because I'm always wanting to do better. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, we should be refining, right? And,
Yeah.
You know, the better you do, the more clear you become. Like condenses stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So you're not spending a lot of time. You're hitting the good stuff. Boom, 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 boom. And that's what people want to see. So anywhere where people can give you feedback, where you can cut out the garbage and
Exactly.
the noise, so to speak, right? And
Exactly.
then just boom, fire.
You know where I struggled the most with that?
What's
and
that?
I still haven't built the template or the framework for it.
Framework is what it is.
Framework. Is when I was doing the Fiduciary Fridays and when I still...
You got a little something on your lip there. I know nobody can see that, but maybe
Thank
you
you.
got her.
Is it gone?
Yeah, she's gone.
I don't know what that was. But the Fiduciary Fridays, I had so much trouble trying to keep concise points and not rambling on forever on something that would take 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I still don't have a good framework for that one. And
That was you basically like kind of teaching people like here's
real estate
your
related
like
stuff.
tip stuff, right?
Yeah. Anything. And that one,
That was a tough one.
yeah, I found it tough because I would repeat things and I think I would talk more than I had to about things that didn't matter.
Yeah, you got a
I don't
bento
know.
box that one.
Bento box.
Yeah.
Gotta.
Yeah.
That's something with the studio now. I want to try and bang out some real estate related content more often.
Yeah. Well, this is a great spot, man.
Yeah,
You got a lot of nice natural light.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know?
I don't know how it looks
This
on
is great.
camera and stuff. Yeah, but yeah. So
Wow. Got a nice mic here too. This is
legit.
fancy for me.
I like it.
Fancy. Oh, this is great. You got a good setup, and you should.
So coming back to the story,
The story framework.
you were saying, yeah. So they were saying for different businesses to say what part of the story they're at.
So my question initially to you,
Yeah,
like an hour and a half ago,
I love it.
was where are you along those points? Like where, like
Chapter 1.
you're the hero. You're the character.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I like hearing that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not the villain, I guess. That's
You're
good.
the hero. Well,
Yeah.
I have a news flash for you.
Wow.
Yeah, and you are not the hero, sir. And I think you know this. You know this already, but before I heard it this way, I was like, okay, we're the people trying to fight, give this experience or whatever. So, but you are not the hero. You are the guide. You are Yoda. You are Obi-Wan. You are David Spade.
Right?
Right? Showing you the way. Your hero is your client.
Yeah.
Right? Your hero, the main character is the client. The main character runs into the problem. They have these issues. They come along. And then they want somebody who's a guide. You come in as the guide. You have a step-by-step plan for them to get what they want. And you can do what you want and then succeed and have these great things. Or you can try something else and maybe have some of these not so good things happen. Right. So the paradigm shift with that, and this is the second time I said paradigm shift, which is sweet. Dock that up.
Well, if I was counting you nose, we'd be over 40. So I'm not worried about paradigm. Go ahead.
But and it was a bit for me too, is that seeing that you're not the main character. You are not the hero. You are the guide.
I like it.
And you should be establishing yourself as the guide and all of your, the way you. Fuck, it's tough.
It is.
This game's tough.
It is.
The thing is,
you are the guy.
you can framework.
The paradigm framework.
Yeah, so you can work all of your material and everything around you being the guide as opposed to the hero. And instead of talking a lot about yourself, or if you're going to talk a lot about yourself, you talk it in the perspective that it's going to... I don't know if it's like emotionally or if it's like it's going to deliver a solution to these problems that your character, your main character, I thought it was really good. That's why, like, after day one, I was happy that I'm going to this, and I'm not like, fuck, another day.
It's a waste of time.
I got to go spend another 9 hours at this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually like, okay, like let's work through the rest of the part. And that was again.
So when they had you building out the story for your business, was it that to figure out the perspective, or what point in the story you're at, or
you start? What do you mean, like in terms of your main character?
Yeah,
or
just how were they doing that? You said that they had you working like at your table trying to figure out where you're at.
Yeah, so you start right from the beginning.
So people thought they were the hero for the most part.
When we first started talking about this, yeah, a lot of the
Everybody.
people who were there were like, "Oh, what do you mean we're not the hero? We're the hero."
Right.
And it's like, you're not the fucking hero.
Right.
You're the fucking just the person helping the main character get to where they want to go.
So was everybody there golf course people?
No, I was the only person like
Really?
golf course. Actually, a lot of people. There was a few guys real estate.
Really?
Yeah. Or like developers. There was wineries. There was
Interesting.
yeah. There's some. The one group was like all from a what are those companies? They're hiring. They do the hiring or at least provide clients for them. So they're recruiters.
Right.
Because a recruiting company, they had, I think 8-10 people there.
So a recruiting company was working on how to do their marketing.
Yeah, they were working on because they had people from sales and marketing there, and they they're realizing they have different messages, and it's all about clarifying, right? And,
Right. Yeah, I seen something in one of your stories about that, is making the message clear.
yeah,
It's interesting.
it's hard.
Especially when you're in, because we're inside our own bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
And we live and breathe what we're doing.
Yeah,
And it is different trying to step back to see it through other eyes.
yeah.
It is tricky.
It's extremely tricky.
And I think that's why I like to shoot at you when I see you doing stuff, so that, because I'm seeing it with my eyes. So
Yeah.
I know that those help.
Yeah, it does. It helps immensely.
Yeah.
It's great to hear, because Jesus.
See?
Isn't it crazy?
It's so
I'm gonna
crazy.
realize every time I say that now. I'm gonna be so
welcome.
pissed.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
But
Great.
I'll tell you that I say it less after first hearing myself say it as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a good thing to eliminate.
Yeah.
It's not needed.
No,
It's
it's
killing.
not needed at all, and it's stupid. And I
I don't
hate
know.
it. And now I really hate it.
I'll tell you, it's not too stupid or hated, because when I was watching Kevin Hart last night, he says it. This guy's making it happening hardcore. Almost now,
Kevin Hart can say whatever the fuck he wants. He can say framework. The thing is, 45,000 times in a row when everyone would laugh their ass off in a packed stadium.
He's like a professional in front of the lights, camera, action.
Yeah.
And even he has, I don't even know what it's called.
It's like a quirk or like a.
It's a segue for nothing.
All it is it's a space filling thing, right?
Yeah.
We can't go without saying something without like you realize that, right? When we do videos,
Of course.
and, like I can't believe the amount of times I'd be like like fuck.
It's
Just
hilarious.
shut up, guy. I'm watching myself being like, fucking Luke, just shut your mouth. It's okay. You don't have to fucking fill every space.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ah, fuck.
Before the where were we before the
The thing is, where were we? Yeah,
I don't know.
We just derailed. We can come back to it.
Yeah.
So,
See, this is why I wanted to film it at night too, so that we could keep drinking and see how it would have been.
oh, it's just gonna be a shit show.
Shit show at the end.
It'd be a shit show after a while.
Okay, but back to the marketing thing, because I find that really, really super interesting, and
yeah, we were talking about being the guide as opposed to.
So everybody
being
thinks they're the hero.
Everybody thinks they're the
Did
hero.
anybody think they were the guide? Did anybody pick that up?
The only people who did were people who are already familiar with
their
this scenario.
stuff? Yeah, so they cheated.
Yeah, they're cheaters.
So now, did they talk about what point of the story are you at? Or that's not part of it, just what role are you in the story?
You can, the cool part I liked about it is you can bring it to any scenario and just work it through. So whether it's for a specific, like in your case, you can build out one of these frameworks for like a specific house or maybe a commercial property or something, because your main character is different for each one of those. So you can, the way you're going to send that message across is going to be different for maybe like, for each.
Don't even worry about it.
Well, each. Yeah, can we edit it out? Can you bleep it?
No, not
bleep
okay.
it. Just fucking bleep that
I'll probably
shit.
magnify it somehow.
For each house or each property that you have to sell, there's a different main character.
Right.
Where you show up as the guide, and you have a different plan or step-by-step process for them to get that property or to which is I loved it.
So that's how they started it off. Then there was 2 9-hour days.
Yeah.
So was it him talking a lot, or was he fielding questions throughout? Was there a question?
It was both. It was presenting, it was some video, looking at some ads, do you want to...
Let's get a little ice.
We need more ice, and then we're going into the passion fruit?
The passion fruit.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to keep the dead air as short as possible.
Yeah, well, I'll just sit here and talk.
Yeah.
Anything.
How about you take a couple seconds to think about how many times you said you know so far, and then
Oh,
take a
fuck
guess
off.
right now.
You know?
What's the guess?
What is this thing? This looks like a nice gold $100 bill. That he's got. You got it at a poker game. That's one thing I want to hear more about is your poker activities. Maybe we can do another podcast about poker. Right? Just the pokers. Because yeah, you won that. You won it or you got it?
No, I got it when I was playing with some guys. I don't remember how.
You should have just said you won it.
I won it.
Yeah, you won it. He won it.
Okay, so 2 9-hour days.
Yeah, 2 9-hour days.
It was not. So at any point you could ask questions, or was he?
Yeah, you could ask questions. So he presented a little bit, presented each of these steps, and then we watched some ads, some good, some bad.
What kind of ads? Like commercials?
Like commercials, yeah. That would sort of visually display what they were talking about and go through the different stuff, right? So
this is a little Portuguese passion fruit liqueur. Sweet.
nice, very sweet. Yep. Nice.
Not bad. A little different.
What's it called?
America Shower or something. So it actually mixes really well with moonshine.
Oh, I was not expecting that to be the mix.
Yeah, because it's so sweet. So you add something really strong to it. Not, I don't know about this much, but you just cut it in like a smaller, maybe like a quarter shot.
Yeah. All right.
But,
Sure.
I don't have any moonshine here, but
Well, next time.
yeah, next time.
Next time. For the poker podcast, we'll do that. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
story,
so,
so then what else? What else? Is a clear message? What are they saying?
Yeah, clarity wins, which makes sense.
Were they pushing?
Because like you were talking about earlier, right? It's we're here.
Yeah.
For those who can't see, it's like my hands up against my face because we're right in it.
The forest.
So we have like our self sort of like preconceived what our business is and because we're in it day in day out, it's like we have some verbiage, some language and stuff like that we assume that people know things that they don't,
and they know what's going on.
Yeah. So you're delivering a message where you're assuming somebody knows, and as you know, assuming just makes an ass out of you and me.
That's correct. And assuming's no good.
Assuming is no good.
I know you almost have to assume that when you're doing any marketing, nobody has seen anything about it.
Yeah.
With fresh eyes.
Yeah. Which was difficult for me, even recently doing the stories. Like a lot of your feedback for me was like, hey, what are you doing? Where are you? I don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
And it's like, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what if somebody just like popped in?
Somebody falls upon your story. They have no idea
Yeah.
who you are, what you're doing, where you are, what it's about.
Like, and tune out right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that, I mean,
yeah,
it's good.
Clarifying the story.
Clarify. Clarity is good. Yeah.
So, what was the best takeaway from the whole thing, or have we gone over it?
I think we hit it, a bit, Yeah, but I think we hit it.
So they're about telling the story. They weren't like saying anything like Facebook, Instagram, newspapers.
Nothing to do with the medium.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it was all just whether it was written, whether it was video, it didn't matter. Whether it's podcast,
Yeah.
Fuck me, man. Jesus,
See,
this is so bad. So bad.
See, I didn't know if I would
God
even bring
damn
that up or not.
To drink every time we say it.
Oh man.
We'll do that for the poker podcast.
Yeah. I didn't realize it either. It's crazy. And now you'll realize how much everybody says it too.
I believe it. Yeah, you can just imagine. I don't want to say it
And
ever again.
some people at least extend it out a little bit. Instead of saying they'll say what I mean. And so it's a different variation of the same thing.
Still doing the same though.
Yeah.
Still doing the same.
But you know.
So you create those storylines, and for every
Whatever you put out
can,
there.
Yeah, you can break it down to doing a story
Right.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can literally have that same framework for the
Yes.
story
Yes.
on Instagram.
For sure.
So I mean, it's cool. It is. I'm probably saying I mean a lot now too. Now I'm paying attention to everything I'm saying.
See, this is
fucked.
what I did on my second
Fuck.
one. But I'll just for funsies. I did a podcast. I was a little bit nervous, even though I've done video tons of times. I don't know why. Did the podcast. I listened after. Can't believe how many times I said, and the thing is, a bajillion. And then I became aware of it, and now I do it a little bit yet less, but it still happens.
Yeah.
And then I hear everybody else do it. Right, wrong, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is one of the things too that I have, just to get off of the marketing weekend.
Yeah.
I have a huge appreciation now for, like we were talking about, movies or TV or anything.
Yeah.
Because now after doing some content creation, the first thing, and I know you learned this early, was audio.
Yeah.
I always just thought
audio for the lay person.
What's audio? But audio, you just figure video and audio. When you see something on TV, audio works. But in real life, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You have to make sure it's working.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got this nice mic and just different angles, different shots. Now, like I took, what was the movie class at Lakeshore? Film studies.
Oh, yeah.
I almost failed it because I was failing at midterm or mid-semester because I wasn't really doing the class. I thought it was a bird class, but you actually had to learn about stories and frameworks and everything.
Yeah.
And I would just go and the lights would go out and I'd take a nap or leave or whatever. But I now, after creating content, can't believe how much effort it takes. Different angles. Like I never, you just think everything just works when you watch it and you're consumed for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
There was one take. The audio always worked. Everybody knew their lines, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not. Everything.
No. Yeah, you have a whole new appreciation of the stuff when you're in it, right?
A bajillion %. And that's why I love seeing what you're doing. And I know, and that's why, since I'm only like half a step ahead of you, I like sharing because I've been hit with all these challenges. And I get the nervousness and I still have it. And I still don't think, because when you brought back the nervous, I still need to be able to whip this out and take stories or something at so many opportune times that I miss.
Yeah.
But I'm a moment liver, so I'm not ever thinking, but now I'm a little more conscious. So hopefully I do more stories or videos or capture things and say less and create good content for people.
Yeah.
Right? And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Like, I mean, you have a whole new appreciation for the stuff after you get into it and delve around.
Yeah.
I mean, oh Jesus, what do I say? I mean, a lot. But getting into like I even do like website stuff. Like even today, like I was supposed to be over here a little bit earlier. I was a little late.
We're optimal.
Because
we might be getting close to full here.
Yeah.
While we're recording like H and Dizzle.
Yeah.
And I just got a notification. This is why this is a good test.
Yeah. What is your hard drive filling up?
Yeah, wow, we have 2.8 gigs available. I don't even know how big this file is going to be, like 100 gigs.
Because you got audio and video.
Audio, video, and yeah, look at it is dropping. We have 2.6 gigs left. I don't even know. Like, how does I'm not saying we do it this second, but it looks like we don't have a lot of seconds left.
Okay.
How does a podcast end? How does the framework end? And that's a review. I'm not saying we do it this second, but
no.
Yeah, I'm literally.
You just say, well, it looks like we got to wrap it up. Last little things, whatever.
So I'll tell you one thing that I think we'll do. I guess we have to end because I've got two. We had 2.8. We're now down to 2.2 in a matter of a minute.
Seconds. Yeah. So better end it.
So one thing, not the thing is, but one thing that I seen on a podcast type thing that I think we've done already, which I think was pretty cool, is at the end, the guy gives an opportunity to whoever was there to plug whatever. You plugged Whisky Run, but I mean, anybody we know made it this far.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's unbelievable.
Thank you.
If you made it this far.
If anybody made it this far, and they can tell us how many times was said.
Or framework.
Framework wasn't as much. You
know.
said at least 100.
Yeah, at least 100.
If anybody can tell us how many, I'll probably give them a $25 gift card to Whisky Run.
Wow.
Myself.
I'll give them a free 18-hole pass.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
If they made it this far.
Free 18 holes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Whisky Run open now.
Whisky Run's open. Head over to whiskey.run.com. Book your tee time. Buy a membership. Get a golf package. Whatever.
What's the next event?
Next event is the Dutch Open. May 18th. That's where everyone gets all jazzed up in their orange. Bright orange. Sea of orange.
You serve hamburgers there.
We serve hamburgers. Yeah. You going to come for the gold medal bird?
I'm going to go. Wow. We got another notification. 1 gig.
All right.
I'm coming. I'm not going to let you know when I'm coming.
Wow. Okay, that's all right.
What are you going to do if I give you a bad review?
I'm going to tell you, Joe, that sucks. You gave me a bad review.
You want me to air it?
Yeah.
You want me to air it if it's bad?
Yeah.
What if I come out with a hockey puck that's just lettuce? Am I airing that?
Well, I mean, you should. Just...
Yeah,
whatever,
I highly doubt, because the food at Whisky Run, I've never had anything bad.
Yeah.
But if it's bad, you want the honest, posted Joe review.
Yeah. Yeah.
No giving you like...
I mean, to be honest, I'd be like, no, I hope you wouldn't have a bad review, but you're doing it, so if you have it, that's an experience that someone